So I have just finished a 12-week mentorship program with Eva, the lovely Eva. It's been beyond words really, but I will try and put across my experience. So from the very start, I felt the power of Eva's healing. I watched one of her lives and immediately resonated and felt like shifts taking place within me. So I thought, let me book a clarity call. In that call, it was like a session in itself. I felt like immense healing, grounding. The most connection I felt was through her light language. The most shifts that I felt within me was through her light language. Just kind of reaching places in me that I was unwilling to look at. She was completely supportive throughout the whole process. So let me go back a bit. So we had a clarity call, and I just knew I wanted to work with her straight away. And then even our first session, I kind of felt like, so much happened. It's beyond words, so it is hard to explain. But I've been on my healing journey for some time, but this just felt like an acceleration, a kind of real deep purging, and a look at the areas that I was unwilling to look at. So she was an amazing reflection for me of areas that I needed to heal in myself, the beliefs that I had about myself, unworthiness and self-love came up a lot, which weren't necessarily things that I initially felt were a problem, but then it was revealed to me that it was massive, causing me massive blocks in my life. Even speaking in front of camera was something I literally never did before my mentorship with Eva. And then, within, I think even before our first session, I had posted a video on Instagram, something I just never even considered, because it was that's not me, I don't do that. But then I just felt why the hell not, I felt like she gave me that freedom to just be myself, show up, don't care about what anyone thinks, because it doesn't matter. So my confidence has definitely leveled up. Going into the mentorship, I did know my confidence was an issue, but my main kind of goals in my mind was to help me move forward in my own spiritual coaching business, which I have, but that wasn't what we focused on. But then it was obviously what we focused on was things that are holding me back from getting to that place where I wanted to get to. For example, the relationships in my life, things that were holding me back from shining my light the way that I am here to shine it. I've had massive shifts in my personal life throughout our mentorship, which I don't believe would have happened so quickly without Eva's support, because I was basically just lying to myself about my current situations, and Eva was there every step of the way. The WhatsApp support was incredible because it was a big transition in my life, a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff just coming up to the surface that really I didn't feel I had anyone that would understand or that I could talk to about it. And having someone who's on the journey themselves, who's connected with spirit. Was just honestly so helpful, so reassuring, so comforting to have someone that really understands and has been through a lot of what you're going through themselves, and just, you know, knowing that you're not alone and that you're held and you're loved, just that constant reassurance that you're amazing. Yeah, Eva is amazing. Like, I would recommend her, and I have recommended her to anyone who I feel is, you know, at that place in their life where they're ready to really step into looking at their spiritual growth and embodying just their highest version of themselves, and just being themselves, basically accepting themselves, loving themselves exactly as they are. Very, very powerful mentorship. Every session was like, although we kind of focused around similar topics every time, they were always completely different. It felt like we were reaching new levels every time, going deeper, really just bringing up everything to the surface to be released. And Eva's energy healing and light codes were so powerful. I would like often shake to release. I could feel the energy moving in my body, sometimes grounding me. Like, I could feel it all so intensely. So much purging took place. And through it all, Eva was completely, you know, I felt supported unconditionally. I felt, you know, there was no judgment from her about, you know, when I'm crying my eyes out, or, you know, going through really big, tough emotions and transitions in my life. And she was just amazing. So thank you so much, Eva. I can't thank you enough for your support through this time in my life, and I love you unconditionally. Thank you. So I was just thinking about what my biggest transformation was when working with Eva on our mentorship, and I would say it's definitely knowing myself more fully. So knowing what is mine and what is not mine. Because I've been healing and working with myself for a long time, but it's so beneficial to have that reflection back at you to show you where you're avoiding and where you're not looking at. So for me, it was definitely revealing parts of myself that I didn't realize I was doing, as well as taking on other people's beliefs, energies, and thought systems as my own without realizing that I was doing that. So having a reflection was so helpful in that. And yeah, as well, just recognizing the beliefs that I was holding around abundance. I had never really thought about how I felt about money, how I felt about receiving. And yeah, it definitely opened a door for me because I didn't know I was blocking it. I didn't know that I had such strong beliefs about money being evil, for example. You know, I would willy-nilly say that, but without realizing that it's actually creating my reality in lack. So I am so grateful to have these revelations, and working with Eva was just such a beautiful way to process it all and have that support there and that reflection to show me my own mind, basically. So thank you, Eva. I love you.